when in actuality there is no substitute for social justice and ecological justice to be combined because of the relationship that is inescapable between the two. There is no substitute for local action and global thought to be combined because of the inescapable relationship between the two. The thought of bioregionalism fascinates me because it's like, it reminds me of the word existentialism. It's so simple that it's like almost complex. But really the best way I could see bioregionalism is it being a projection of where we will be as a whole as permaculture continues to permeate into the collective consciousness. This is to say, we will border countries and continents not to separate or compartmentalize each other socially or culturally and have no regard whatsoever with ecological systems. Instead, we will border countries based on the relationship that's inescapable between the microclimates and the ecological function and social function. Ecology and our society are two synthesized as the mind and the heart. And it's not a matter of if we will get there, we will get there. And once we're there, there'll be another there to go to. This is to say that the old paradigm is already crumbling, so the new paradigm is already rising out from it. This is to say that we as a species are very malleable and adaptive to change precisely because we are terrible at change and changing. Us being terrible at changing is perpetuating the problem until it gets to the point that we have no choice but to find the solution, hence to adapt. And that concludes my philosophical rant where I'm overthinking a very simple video about day 25 and what the task was for the homework. I personally like LETS, the local exchange trading system that was founded in 1982, originated in the British Columbian province of Canada. I like that one the most, prefer it the most, not because of personal preference, only because of the geographical context that I live in with Northern California, which kind of is what bioregionalism is, indirectly. This is to say that the neat thing between Crystal Water Eco Village in Australia, traditional town, Totens, in the UK, and LETS, is that it shows both sides of permaculture socially and ecologically and how it's evolved. Permaculture was founded in Australia by Bill Mollison, and it had much more of an emphasis on ecological design, but once the UK picked it up, due to the UK being much smaller geographically and having way less wildlife, they ended up adapting the social perspective of permaculture, which helped further progress its paradigm, its evolution. The traditional town of Totens addresses societal's economic and social disconnect in a city or urban setting, where the Crystal Waters Eco Village does precisely the same thing, but more in a rural setting. And that's the thing about permaculture, is it is flexible on how social and how how ecological it is based on the climate, the environment to which you're addressing it. The social themes, mores that are addressed are just as flexible as what you would put in an ecological design with permaculture based on the environment that you're at. I thought this was beautiful, magical. I'm kind of stumbling on my words because, again, I was up all night studying, blah, blah, blah. Look at these birds at the open field. And I will conclude by saying I would participate the most in LETS. Now, if I was up in the mountains of Butte County, something like Crystal Waters Eco Village would be more appropriate, and I would love to participate in that. LETS would be a natural thing that blends in with Crystal Waters Eco Village, and the service that I could provide the most would be, well, one, it'd be cool to teach, because I love philosophy. I'm a philosopher at heart. But on a more practical level, it would be working the land, landscaping, gardening, and focusing on the practical ecological side. That's the main reason why I got so much into permaculture. Is I've always loved nature, and I've always been fascinated with social science and the study of human beings. And I've always thought and known in my heart, oh, hey, there's a connection between